Abusuafo say me mo ka say after such house kwaji fuzu yen say me bring abusuafo info na me de ba beso mu di ano edin edutwam ehun sine da ne da adofo me pese me me nya abotre ne ati ase me fize ene nsema na ene info am de beso mo no emu ode nsem ensugum pai adofo me pese me miako yakwa kweti nsem ne mu yi ede aba
Abusuapanii Kofi Owusu car bank and a transition home no home popoye na sabri me de ebremu e de ewa hase. And I remember yesterday when I did a story no me catchere mo say nye be koso ha na bia no me di be de e de bebremu. So any day di kan wo hwe me a remember say I said say the immediate family of Charles Kojofosu Dadalumba is made up of 4 more mudin what rate of sermon no so no more 4. But I think that what I say but then rate of sermon na buy no edi no mo yeso no mo ye nipa maku 4 bebo modin na me decide ni dia tudwa e de amamo enti omo mudin e also no eye Obuapanii Afia Adoma a ono wo pa koso Robert Jemfi a do na friend wo fa ya opoku ye maame George na Jemfi a ono so ewo etreso esreso ena enesina fosu a ono so bom so ena nutwato ono ye 5 na Afia Kobi a ono so pa koso versus Kofi Owusu a ono Abusuapanii a do na friend Tupac car bank ahunu se ho ena DL Memorial Fund no eho ena ewo ena the transition home eho so na body no den ewo nti they are the defendant of the case defendant na Kofi Owusu car bank ena transition home ena plaintiffs no eye Obuapanii Afia Adoma Robert Jemfi Adona friend wofa ya opoku ye maame Ernestina Fosu George na Jemfi ena Nana Afia Kobi. These are 5 individuals represent the immediate family of Charles Kojofosu versus Kofi Owusu car bank and a transition home tiene and yebe movie injunction but I don't know what is going to happen today. Ada say omo afile obi afile ni the statement and nti otemwa for no betime gina so na wadwa asem but as you can see on your shot usually in the court case course Kumasi no na court of appeal complex and a course but na me no be pm ha ya Accra nti away the court complex over high court anything na say within the law firm represent the immediate family na your friend Spirit Law Consult more abeka na fortunately for me a couple of days ago I spoke to the legal counsel for the immediate family your friend Mr. Ishon. Now catch me say was several the 3 parties involved, which is the Abusuapanii Kofi Owusu car bank and a transition home. So for me, if you look at the reliever, I'm say court a grant you which a rate of sermon na ya trade ewum. But say one kasa unim interrogatory injunction right ya de faso edibua who say in terms of the timing, in terms of I'm not going to prejudicial, I'm not going to pronounce judgment, but oko in law mo ya wamra ya de faso edibua asama eden etisa enti say me call if me de fa with rates of sermon any reliefs are almost seeking and I say a declaration that the first defendant, which is or say Abusuapanii is not a member of the immediate maternal family of Charles Kojofosu Luma and can therefore not participate in the planning, preparation, organization, conduct, performance, or every decision that is incidental to the funeral right of Charles Kojofosu. Lucky for me, I spoke to the lawyer or the rate of sermon whenever two Jano or Ketchem said he wouldn't like to comment on it before and some betia 17 never be pm had here nyame adom no so be pm ha whatever will happen over here no me make sure say me de bebre mo sanan ba ya me ne no be din komo no afa kwanya we su no wa chechire mo dia kire me me ne papa shi su din komo enra on so ketchere say the immediate family will be here today to make sure say injunction the obe movie. And I called the lawyer for transition home. Fortunately for me, I have their contact, so mostly I try my best to get in touch with them to know say what is going on. Honestly, we need to communicate to them say as at the time and ramen in the casano, not the sun can rate of sermon be but I told you yesterday and said, you know, in the chamber we have so many lawyers. Maybe as a lawyer, and maybe at that time, then the sun can. So maybe I will take it like that. But I'm hoping that today, all the 3 lawyers from these 3 parties are serve as a defendant, will be here to defend their client. But as I speak to you right now, I release this statement. I immediately said it will be very accurate say me de betuja sana be ya mo a mo hwe me update sia no mbetumi ehun asema menhia de atuja almost say disclaimer this one issued by Opimso FM. You know Opimso FM's official mouthpiece, official radio station for Menhia. Or say Menhia urges the general public to disregard any report attempting to associate the palace with matters concerning the preparation for the burial and the funeral right of Charles Kojo Fosu, popular known as Charles Kojo Daddy Lumba, or Patrice Ani. Want to disregard any news and answer any information that Menhia I don't have better a year and I say Daddy Lumba the preparation here Bibia who tells you say Menhia our Romonsa at the every home near a man for Patrice and ne Abusuapanii kwa PM ewo Menhia send a multi report and say ekoso. I don't know if that is true, but then Abusuapanii nanka say asem wa ha say, but he can also delegate an power of attorney. Mo bia be gina na mu dia ma no. They say send your man for cancer ne omo cancer omo mbra Menhia today Thursday na beba so dia I cannot tell. But what I want you to know is that today ye be movie interlocutory injunction e wa ha say either say mra no ebeji atomu a but say we obi a wa follow interlocutory injunction a who say before interrogating injunction there are so many principles as I say otemwa for no befa so na odi asem no just a little bit of education obo my Ghana mu ha sometimes they look at the violation of right when it infringes constitutional rights such as right to fair hearing or due process and also the lack of jurisdiction if the court doesn't have the authority to grant an injunction in that particular matter and also so a bit to me but as improper procedure if the proper legal procedures or requirements weren't followed like failing to provide adequate notice of course and also follow a bit to me as lack of merit if the injunction doesn't meet the standard of showing prima facie case or doesn't balance the equities properly. So these are some of the merit the context the court might reject interrogatory injunctions. But if you look at the rest of same one me did say emrana ben na answer no temwa for so bebu say interrogatory no yen grant emfama no oba consider so many things say nimpa ko na wo de sa ohye eba beto no so no say court no ebu ade ma wa nimpa ko no is there going to be any cost of damage to the person? And here we can see from the glance you can see say Abusuapanii see billboard ama invitation in fact I be through lawyers betumi submit pictures videos and everything to the court say court me pa cho almost the injunction eba what they too so about affecting because you are sending invitation you are preparation then the court will consider that in fact mo call Kumasi the interrogating injunction na you move Kumasi no even that they cited all these pictures and videos to prove say court and granted injunction na about affect you or the cost of bed you know about so. But there's one fundamental point I believe that the court is going to pronounce today and say the immediate family of Charles Kojo Fosu, which is the sister, are lodging complaint to the Ghana Police Service and say if I'm not misquoting we read rate of sermon now with the court na say mamem kai mo say enya botrimu ka na media maker me kan na media mamu we read what the rate of sermon paragraph 31 or say the plaintiff state that circumstances surrounding the death of the late Charles Kojo Fosu is subject matter of ongoing investigation by Criminal Investigation Division of Ghana Police Service and other investigative bodies following a petition lodged by the immediate family of the deceased. The plaintiff state that despite the ongoing police investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of Charles Kojo Fosu, the first defendant, which is Abusuapanii, has decided to hold the funeral on the deceased and bury his mortal remains on the 13th day of December 2025 as erected billboard announcing his intention to the general public. If I'm to explain the 31, the 32 to you, Omo Patre said the immediate family of Charles Kojo Fosu, I lodge official complaint to the CID headquarters said they should investigate. Omo Patre said the immediate family of Charles Kojo Fosu, I lodge official complaint to the CID headquarters said they should investigate the circumstances and now so Papa Charles Kojo Fosu ehrenenkwa. Into Ghana Police Service for us start your investigation. But what I can tell you is that the last time ago there was a picture of Yamami and Esther Fosu among for whom so was CID headquarters. And into Ghana Police Service for us starting investigation to that complaint in oncology. It is Mama China and Yakusia Boadi interview. I managed to also can say Tuesday, omo invite Abusuapanii our CID headquarters a man for see achina to me. In fact, when you go to the CID, when they invite you, it's not like say I arrest you. What I say, hey, into me invite him and buy, which means that anybody associated obia or cambiano, anybody bia or cambiano. For now, on what the reporter is can say, I Okuwa Bank Hospital, I when I didn't call hospital. In fact, anybody connected to the death of Charles Kodofo should be invited to come and write their statement and some conclusion of the investigation. Into more part, right now, no person could see a fununu on 13th, a Biden investigation to me at Waso, which means probably to me, my knowledge and to my understanding, the only legal basis at which maybe the court may grant the injunction is this particular statement. Now, of course, I'm sure the Ghana Police Service will also be invited to come and prove, say, indeed, say, Oma and start investigation. Now, the only reason at which the court may, I'm choosing my words carefully, may decide not to grant the injunction is if the Ghana Police Force can say, indeed, they are done with the investigation or they are still conducting the investigation. Because if you go and bury the body, not some investigation, how are they going to conduct that investigation? But of which the court also may also look at the cost involved. Should the court also grant that injunction from the immediate family? It's going to be very cagey encounter. It's going to be a very legal battle between Spirit Law Consort firm led by Mr. Ishon, or no any legal team, no, versus Abusuapanii team, of course. Fatine, Dominic, I'm sure said they will represent the family, and that of Mr. Bediako, I'm sure he may represent the transition home. For that of the car bank, I don't have the names of the legal team, and they mean to me come. But I think the car bank for them they only come. I'm sure car bank and transition home as they usually do. No, I'm sure some courts will come for Monkasa because whatever instructions a court and and I'm so bad about this. That is a quick breakdown of my person with the mamu and Nana pay. My mamu who said, my baby Piemu, I have saying, Tina, but Cosso Habiano. No one would answer many Abusuapanii all the parties involved. No, many on bedding como now on my church in similar day a day actually. I don't see, that's how time will permit, but I just want to know, say, my baby Piemu has say, I can see, sir, as at Minoka say.